G'day, so the next video in the iMovie series is on mixing and ducking your audio. It's really important to mix your audio levels and to also fade in and fade out. And you can do that in the field, on the run, right on your smartphone. And if you do it, and you do it well, it'll make all the difference when people are listening to your story. And it'll get your story online and even get it on TV. So this is how you do that. So we scroll back to the beginning. The first thing you should do whenever you finish your video, not saying that this video is finished, this is just an exercise, when you finish your video, is that you listen to it.
I don't know when it started, but
Now, that sounds okay. If I tap this shot, that's the vision shot, the yellow pops up around it. If I hit the little audio, the speaker here, its audio pops up underneath, right? So at the moment you can see the vision, you can see the voiceover in blue, and there's an audio. So I can lower the level of that audio there, if I like, so that we don't hear as much of her pedaling.
I don't know when it started, but
So we can lower that a bit more, can't we?
I don't know when it started, but I'm always frightened and I can't wait to get home.
Xenophobia, or the fear of people, affects 1 in 5 Australians.
So that's a bit windy there, we can hear that. So we can just lower that down. So we tap that shot and we can lower it down, okay?
The fear of people affects 1 in 5 Australians. For high-powered lawyer Joe Peters...
And we can tap that one and just lower that a bit as well, right? So we don't hear too much wind.
It's become a debilitating illness that she doesn't understand.
Now, when you use B-roll in iMovie, it automatically lowers the level of audio on the B-roll to 0, okay? Because it figures the stuff underneath is the stuff you want to hear, the shot underneath, which we lowered, or the voiceover, or whatever's under there, or the music that you want to hear. But you can actually alter that to suit, to have your B-roll atmospherics up a little bit. You might want to just have them up a little bit, right? Yeah, or you might want to leave them at 0. It's up to you. So you can do that.
5 Australians.
In exactly the same way, you can lower or raise your voiceover just by tapping the voiceover and then sliding the level slider left or right. Now you might decide to embellish your edit a little bit. You might want to put some music in there, and that's pretty easy too. Try this. Let's go to do it here. You go to this little media, add media, and here we choose audio at the bottom, and we go theme music, and we might choose some sort of iReport type news music. There it is there, and you can listen to it by just hitting. Or no, we just go to news. Let's go to news. So it's the nightly news bulletin, okay? And we put that down, and there it is in green down there, right? See it there? So then we play it. It's a bit loud, isn't it? So we might have to just bring it down a bit.
Xenophobia, or the fear...
All right, now that's already too loud, isn't it? So Joe's voice would need to go up a little, and the music would need to come. So we tap the music, and the music would need to come down a bit, right? Now try this.
I don't know when it started, but I'm always frightened and I can't wait to get home.
Xenophobia, or the fear...
Now, what we can do, when that voiceover comes in, we might want to get rid of our music. So we can do that. We can tap it. We can go back to our scissors here, and we can split our music. See that, how it's split? It's now, music's in 2, okay? So we can go back to the beginning now, and we can tap the music, and we can press the audio button here, the little audio thing, and then we can press fade. Right, and see the little triangle, oops, there it is, sorry, I forgot. See the little triangle that's popped up there? We can then fade our music in. See that? That's now fading in. Oops, I've made it a bit loud, but we'll just bring it back by mistake. Let's go.
I don't know when it started.
I'll just turn it up a bit so you can actually hear the fade come in, all right?
I don't know when
See that?
it started, but I'm always frightened and I can't wait to get home.
Xenophobia.
Okay, so what we might want to do here is we might want to fade that out. Remember we split that shot? So we might want to fade it out. And this next shot here, we might want to have any music at all. So we might just bring that down to 0 for the moment. Okay? So we've got something like this now.
Always frightened and I can't wait to get home.
Xenophobia, or the fear of people.
If you want to mix some music in iMovie, you can do that as well. Here's how you do it. You tap the music track, you go to the scissors, we then put the track into foreground. There he goes, we hit foreground, and there it is. It's now blue and it's in foreground. Once it's in foreground, we can then hit split, and then we've split it. Right, and then the track's split there. You see the track is split. You take the second part of the track and you move it down here onto a track there, and you see how they're overlapping now? There and there, they're overlapping. Well, then all you have to do is that you go to the little speaker here and you mix that down. See that we're fading that down, and you go to this one here and we fade that up. And there it is. There's a fade down and a fade up on the other part of the track. And that's the way you mix your music using iMovie on the iPhone. So there's a quick tutorial on how to mix audio levels using the iMovie app, and how to duck audio in iMovie using, that's fading it in and out. There are other apps like Vodio that offer you keyframes for doing more specific ducking, but generally there's enough in this app to enable you to do most things. And once your project is mixed, the next thing that you have to do is you have to turn it into a video. It's still ones and zeros, it's still virtual in the timeline. That's why you can extend shots and shorten shots, because it's ones and zeros, it's all virtual. But now you have to turn it into a video so it can live in camera roll with all the other videos. And that's what we do in the next video.